hearing today, have noticed a recent trend to withhold or withdraw banking services from completely legal businesses, which seem to have found disfavor with the media or in some political groups. And so my question is exactly what your bank's policy is on that matter and your rationale behind that policy. And we'll start with Mr. Corbat.
Our bank's policy is that we have a screening process that's taken on any significant business decision through our Business Practices Committee. And when that committee can't come to a decision, it's ultimately escalated to the board. We then have the creation of a policy which we then publish and enforce with our clients as we go forward.
Okay. Do you do that on every single account that's opened at your bank?
No, this is not necessarily account specific. This would be more issue specific. Well,
can you give me an example of some of the businesses that you don't think you should do business with?
I think we've taken stances, as was earlier talked about, in terms of our interaction with retailers in the United States around the best practices of...
No, just give me some examples of people you don't like to do business with or you're not doing business with or that you refuse to do business with.
Well, people we don't like or aren't doing business with, I would say, would be sanctioned individuals in the United States today.
Okay. Any industries you particularly don't care for?
I'm sorry, any
industries you don't particularly care to do business with?
None in particular.
Okay. Mr. Moynihan, same question.
We have a ESG committee that is a group of business people and various members from our senior team that make a decision on what we do. And so these are based on us taking a look at what we think the right thing for our teammates and the communities we serve are.
So are there any completely legal businesses in this country that you don't do business with or that you will not do business with?
Sir, I assume you're referring to this decision we made after having over 100 teammates that were directly affected by the horrible situations in places like Las Vegas, the Park Institute. 100 plus of our teammates, the Pulse nightclub, 5 were in there. That group came to the conclusion that we ought to continue to work with manufacturers of firearms, et cetera, but for people who wouldn't modify the practices for a limited gun, we made a decision that we would ask them to change. If they didn't, we wouldn't do business with them, but it's based on our teammates pushing the issue.
Any other businesses besides the weapons industry?
Many years ago, one of my predecessors made a decision about the way we would work with tobacco companies in the United States. And I think these come up one at a time, and we take a decision. Our relationship with various energy companies is determined by, we have oil companies we do business with. We have some coal companies we don't do as much business with, but it's all based on our determination, based on our communities and our teammates making a decision.
Okay. Mr. Diamond, you already said that you're okay with making loans to people who manufacture weapons for our military and stuff, and I appreciate your comment. Mr. Solomon, same question to you.
We have a process of vetting.
Okay. Anybody that you found objectionable?
There are no industries, but there are certain companies in certain industries based on practice that we won't specifically deal with.
Okay. Such as?
We don't deal. We don't do business with companies that manufacture assault weapons, bump stocks, or high-capacity magazines.
Okay. Mr. Scharf?
Our clients are predominantly financial institutions and asset managers.
Speak up a little bit.
Our clients are predominantly financial institutions and asset managers, and we do a series of suitability reviews on those clients and make individual determinations.
Are there any you found objectionable you don't want to do business with?
No.
Okay.
Not as an industry. As individuals, yes.
Mr. Gorman?
Yes, sir. We have a franchise committee which evaluates different transactions for companies. Obviously,
okay, running out of time. Have you found any you don't want to do business with? We
have restricted our activities for those having retail sales of automatic and semi-automatic weapons.
Okay. Mr. Hanley, you're the only one left here.
We serve investors, so...
I understand that. Any investors you refuse to do business with because of political groups don't like them?
No.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Madam Chair.